I'm very, very happy to see your legs. Close your eyes. Up with a calm, quiet mind. Alert and attentive mind. Do nothing but just be aware of the incoming and the outgoing breath. The breath is coming inside, going outside on its own. There is no effort from your side. ಇದೇನು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಷ್ಟದ ಕೆಲಸ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಭಾರ ಎತ್ತದು ಅಂತವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಉಸಿರು ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಉಸಿರು ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಗಮನಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತೀರಷ್ಟೇ. You're just being aware. That's it. The new textbook consists of so many chapters. In that, quite a bit of chapters are cut down for CBSE portion. But I will teach that portion. The reason why I'll teach that portion is maybe it's not come for your final exam. That is different. But that is basics. You need that for your PUC 1 and PUC 2. Then cut down that portion because you people have had that COVID situation in your life in 2 years. That means 8 and 7, right?
Hello students, how are you?
Good sir.
Fine, sir.
Yeah. So, what's your name?
Harshita.
Yeah, one Harshita. Who else? Please introduce yourself.
My name is Aryan. My name is Shirish.
My name is Vijay.
My name is Rutvik.
Okay. So all of us are in the car. So you are seeing the dashboard. In the dashboard, you can see the speedometer, which is showing the speed in kilometer per hour, and then you have got the odometer. What is the reading of the odometer?
6174.
6174 kilometers. What does it indicate? What does it indicate?
Distance traveled by the car.
Now already my car has traveled 6174 kilometers. Right?
Yes, sir.
That is what it is showing. And the speedometer is showing what reading now?
0 kilometers.
Why is it showing 0?
Because
Because car is on rest.
Car is at rest. Okay? So now what is the time? So what are you learning? You see, at some instant when I tell you to see the speed, you are seeing the speed. What does that mean? At that instant, what is the speed? That is the speed of the car. Okay?
13 kilometers per hour, 6177. 6 minutes, 53 seconds.
So you understood now?
Yes, sir.
It has so 1 kilometer, how much time it is taken? I will tell you what to do with the tabular column. Okay?
Sir.
Okay. Now I will teach you one more thing. See, you should tell the speed and you should also tell the direction. Right?
Yes, sir.
Direction means you should take some reference point. So what is the reference you will take here? Anything you can take which is significant. Right?
That gate.
Like that. So you should tell, if I ask you what is the velocity. If I tell you what is the velocity, you should tell the speed and some reference point. Will you do? Now, you should tell speed and also the direction. Speed, whatever it is showing. And direction, some significant point.
Yes.
Okay, what is the velocity of the car?
8
8
kilometers per hour.
Going towards that blue building.
Good. So, you are specifying both the speed and also the direction. That is called velocity. Okay? What is the speed?
16 kilometers per hour.
When I ask you speed, you should only tell speed, right? And whatever speed you are telling is the instantaneous speed. One physical quantity is time, right?
Yes.
Another physical quantity is the distance it has traveled. Another physical quantity is the speed at the instant. Another physical quantity is the velocity. Understood? Because velocity is what? Speed specified along with the direction. Becomes velocity. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So what is the definition of velocity?
Speed is specified along with the direction.
Is called velocity. Understood? Definition of velocity?
Speed specified along
with the
direction is called velocity.
Tomorrow in the class, you should bring this. We will analyze the readings. Got it?
Sir,
And it is equal to 10 meters per second. You understood?
Yes, sir.
So now you see, when the car is at this point, where when the car is here, when the car is here, right? Its speed is okay. 10 when the car is here, its speed is 10 meters per second. And when the car is here also, its speed is also 10 meters per second. But when the car is here, its speed is 15 meters per second. And when the car is here, its speed is 20 meters per second. Okay? And when the car is here, it is 30 meters per second. Can you feel the motion of the car? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now I have taught you what is velocity. What is velocity?
speed specified along with the direction is called velocity.
Velocity. So I told you velocity vector. You remember? So, velocity vector. Supposing say this represents a velocity vector. I'll give the name V1 bar. Name of the velocity. So this length of the line is called what? Magnitude. Just the length of the line represents magnitude. And if it is velocity, the magnitude becomes what? Speed. Right?
Yes, sir.
And one more thing is C. So now if you have something like a particle is moving along the curve like this. The particle is moving along the curve like this. Okay, then if I say what is the velocity at this point, you will draw a line tangential to this line like this. Okay, now if I say the car is 10 meters per second, then you will draw a line tangential to this and say if it is 10 meters, you will draw this line 1 centimeter. Got it? So now here if I say the speed is 20 meters per second, then you will draw another line which is tangential, but the length of the side line will be 2 centimeters. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
So like that, when I give you different speeds, hello?
Yes, sir.
So now on the sheet, here at this point, which point? Here at this point, you draw the velocity. You draw the velocity vector. At this point, draw. So it should be tangential to this curve, and it should be 1 centimeter with the arrow vector.
Yes, sir.
Tangential to the curve, and it should be 1 centimeter. Consider it. It should be 1 centimeter. Tangential to the curve, 1 centimeter. Like so, you will draw a line tangential to this point. Which point? This point. See, now I am drawing a tangential. Right?
Yes, sir.
And it should be 1 centimeter. Got it? Hello, got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So, you will draw a line tangential to the curve. But you hang curve ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ tangential ಇರುತ್ತೆ 1 centimeter. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? But you will draw it like this, tangential to 1 centimeter. ತಿಳಿದ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? 15 meters per second.
1 centimeter, 1.5 bar.
Loud. You speak loudly. Correct.
1.5 centimeter.
That is 1.5 centimeter length.
Yes, sir.
ಹೌದಲ್ಲ? So draw a line 1.5 centimeters. Tangential to the curve. ठीक है? and this point is 20 meters per second. What will you do?
2 centimeters.
So you will draw a line tangential to this curve. See here. Tangential to this curve means this line is straight here. So tangent to a straight line will be what? Will be the line itself. Correct? Okay, approximately. Huh? Huh. So then here what will you do? 13. You will draw. Hello.
3 centimeter lines.
Yes, you draw 3 centimeters. Right? All of you? Huh.
Yes, sir.
So what are these lines with arrowheads representing?
Velocity vector.
What are these lines? What are these lines with arrowhead representing? You should say they are representing the velocity of the body at different points. Understand? It's not one. At this point it is like this, it point is like this. Okay? Huh. So now you see, and now you see the velocity is of the car. I am representing it by a line. So now can you feel that the car is moving? So these lines represent what? The speed as well as the direction. Okay? Huh. Now supposing at this point I will represent a line which is 4 centimeters. So what does it mean?
40 meters per second.
Yes, at this point it is 40 meters per second. At this point it is 40 meters per second. Okay? Huh. Now you can see that I have got a graph sheet on the board. You can see?
Yes, sir.
Huh? Hello? Got it?
Yes,
Huh.
sir.
So what I will do now, you see, this direction. Can you see this direction? Huh? This direction. You cannot see now? I use a different color. You can see this direction? General direction, not vector. Okay? So this direction, I will take it as reference direction. I will take it as reference direction. This is called as reference direction. Reference direction. Some direction I can take it as reference direction. Okay? Huh. Now you tell me. So if this is reference direction, a direction in this direction. Supposing a car is moving in this direction, then I will show the vector like this. So supposing the car is moving like this, man, I will show the velocity vector like this. Hello? Huh? Now supposing this line is 1.5 centimeters. Then what does this line represent of the car? The car is going at 15 meters per second and it makes an angle of 90 degrees. See here it is 90, no?
Yes,
sir.
See, because I use a graph sheet here. So it makes an angle of 90 degrees with respect to the reference. So this line represents what? Represents the velocity of the car. What is the velocity of the car? 15 meters per second in the direction 90 degrees, right, with respect to the reference direction. Correct? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now you should be careful. 90 degrees can also be this side now. Then how will you say this 90 degrees? So you should say 90 degrees what? Anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction. This is the anti-clockwise there.
Yes, sir.
So it completes it. Got it? Got it?
Yes, sir.
So now what is the velocity of the car at this point? See, I am showing it by 1 centimeter line like this. What is the velocity of the car at here? Tell me.
10 meters per second.
10 meters per second. In the direction.
Of
In the direction. Okay. Now with respect to this is there. In the direction 90 degrees anti-clockwise
with
with respect to reference direction.
of
With respect to reference. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Now what about this? What is the velocity at this point? Use your common sense. You will tell correctly. Don't worry.
10 meters per second.
Yes.
In the direction.
10 meters per second.
In
the direction.
90 degrees Celsius.
ಎಷ್ಟು ಇದು ನೋಡಿ ಇದು ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದು ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದು ಹಿಂಗೈತಿ ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ
40.
ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡು ನಾನು ಮಾರಿ ನೋಡ್ಬಾರ್ದಂಗ ಬೈ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಾರ್ದಂಗ ಹಿಂಗೈತಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ 10 meters per second in the direction 45 degrees anti-clockwise. Adala? Okay, with respect to the reflection. Great. Okay, understood? So here, now I am going to ask you one more interesting question. Try and answer this question. If we desire to travel from Hubli city to a tourist place, then what are the likely questions you are going to ask? You should speak loudly.
So the distance.
So you are going to ask what is the distance between the two, because that's the first question you are going to ask.
So fare of that.
Louder.
Fare of that bus ticket or.
Fare of the bus ticket and all. That also you are going to ask. What else are you going to ask? Okay, how much time it will take? That's another question, because mostly illinda allige hogbeku avage eಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. That is a common question. How much time it will take, how much distance you have to travel, how much fare, etc., etc. You can ask. Or what are the places you are going to get on the way? All these common questions. Okay. Now we look at the first question. What is the first question? What is the distance? Correct? That's a very good question that you are going to ask. Okay. Then, so now how far is it from this place? So how far that is this place is what? There is a concept called distance, which will answer the first question. There is a concept called distance, which will answer the first question. Okay? Now question comes, what is distance? So distance is the concept. Now tell me, what is distance? You should, if you have understood, you should tell. I will ask. Anyway, good. Okay. Yes, you answer.
The distance between the two
You didn't catch my question. My question is, what is the definition of distance?
Path traveled by
Path traveled by a body is not distance. Okay, I will travel by this path. Will it become distance? I will travel by this path. Will it become distance? It will not become, no? Will it become or not? Tell me.
the length between two fixed points.
That is also not distance. Okay, fine. So what we will do now is, we will conduct one small experiment and we will learn what is distance. Ready? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are going to learn the concept of distance. Okay? Okay. So here you see, I am marking the point. Right? Can you see this point there? Okay, you mark. Okay. You mark your point and call it as A. A. The point is A. Right? Okay. Now you mark some other point here. Okay. Mark the point here. Say negative. You have to see that. Mark the point here. What is it? B. B. So you are marking 2 points. So this is 1 point, this is 1 point. Okay. Now from there you can take some path and walk. You can take some path and walk. And you have to do that. But yada hang up what our point is. Good boy. So he has gone like this path. He hang bandiyala. So those are the points. Those are the points where you have put your step. So you join those by a smooth curve. Take a chalk piece. He hang bandi and mark. So he has moved from A to B. Okay? Tell me, hang bandi hang mark maro. Alla line, one line. He hang bandiyala in line. Good. 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 Wonderful, Ruthvi. So, Ruthvi has drawn a line here. What is this line? What is this line? This is the path. So, and give the name to this path. What name you want to give to this path? Prithvi. So the name of this path is Prithvi. Okay. Now somebody else who want to walk. You walk from that point to that point by some other path. Afterwards you have to draw the path. Right? Okay. Now you mark the path. So Rutvik also moved from A to B, right? But he has taken a different path. He has taken a different path. Okay? Now there is take the tape. Take the tape. Right? So now Rutvik, so you measure your path. Take the tape. Approximately. Measure. What is it doing? Rutvik is measuring what? Rutvik is measuring the. What is he measuring? You can help him. You can help him. You can help him. What is Rutvik measuring? No. You should put the tape along the path. What is Rutvik measuring? What is Rutvik measuring there? No, you are not measuring. This is path, man. No, you are not measuring distance. What are you measuring? No, you are not measuring line. What are you measuring with the help of the tape?
Length.
The length of the path. ಈಗ ಟೇಪ್ ಏನು ತೋರಿಸಕತ್ತೈತಿ ನೋಡ ಈಗ ಟೇಪ್ ಅಜ್ಮಾಸ್ ಬಂತು ಅಜ್ಮಾಸ್ ಟೇಪ್ ಅಜ್ಮಾಸ್ ಬಂತು so they are placing the tape along the path traveled by Prithvi, right? So approximately so how many, what is the measurement of the tape? It is showing 120 inches. So 120 inches. Okay, up to here 120. Up to measurement. But look at the level. So 120 plus how much? 120 plus 26. It is 126. So Rutvik has travelled from A to B along a path called Rutvik, and with the help of the tape he has measured the length of the path. And what is the length of the path? 126 inches. Now who else? Yes. So Vijay. So Vijay has travelled from A to B using a different path. Now they are measuring the. What are they measuring? Hello, what are they measuring? Length of the path travelled by Vijay. 120. Good. Sundar. How many more inches? 129. So Rutvik has travelled by, Vijay has travelled by another path, and the length of that path is 129 inches. And Rutvik travelled by a path, and the length of that path is 146. So what is the distance travelled by Vijay?
129 inches.
What is the distance travelled by Rutvik?
146 meters.
Understood all of you? So what is distance? Come on now, looking at this with the
Length of the
then first is the path. Then you measure what? The length of the path. So length of the path travelled by body is the distance. You understood the difference?
Yes.
Good. Okay. So that is the first thing that you learned today. Well, you will learn more in it. You conducted this experiment. Okay? Come and sit. Come in the front. You sit there. I'm not able to see. Come in the front. You are able to see?
Yes, sir.
Right. So what are the two lines called? It is path. Right? So I was calling path 1, path 2. Now you can give any name. So you give the name Vijay and Rutvik. Okay? Yes. And you did all this. Aligned a thread. Instead of thread, you have a tape here. You aligned a tape and you did this. So in your textbook, the definition is given like this. The length of the actual path it has travelled from A to B is called distance. So what definition I have given you, what definition is there in the textbook of 1 and 6. I have not taught anything extraordinary. Is it clear? It is 1 and 6. So is the distance traveled same?
Yes.
No, sir. No.
Why it is different?
Sir, the lengths are different.
Length is different, that is why it is different. Okay, why the two distances are different?
Sir, different.
That is the answer. The paths are different. The paths are different and therefore the distances are different. So therefore the distance depends upon what? The distance depends upon what?
Path.
The path chosen. So if somebody asks you what is the distance from this point to this point, what is the answer you are going to give? If they ask you the distance from this point to this figure, distance from A to B, what is the distance from A to B? If I ask you what is the answer you will give?
So path travel around my body.
See, you are not understanding the question. You understand? Now I am asking you, I am not asking you the definition. What is the distance from A to B? See, now Rutvik travelled by a path, and what is the distance? 146. Vijay travelled by another path, what is the distance? 126. 122. Now in general I am going to ask, what is the distance from A to B? Come on, use your common sense center. Use your common sense center. What is the distance from A?
Different paths are the length. Different paths have different lengths.
That is the answer. So you see, you are not listening. You are not listening. You are not learning. You want only the answers. See, physics is not in words. Physics is in action. See, you should listen to my question carefully. You conducted an experiment. What did you realize from the experiment? That you will travel along a path. The length of that path is called distance. Then you concluded. What did you conclude? That the distance depends on the path traveled. So different path means different distance. Now I asked you, so you said, did you understand? Now I am asking you, did you understand the concept of distance?
Yes.
Now you answer this question, if you have answered the concept of distance. What is the distance from A to B?
Sir, different paths are different.
That you should tell, all of you should tell it. Sir, it depends upon the path chosen. Sir, the distance depends upon the path chosen. That should be the answer. Then you have understood the distance. Got it?
Yes.
So what is the distance from Hubli to Dharwad?
The path.
The path
So
traveled
whichever
by
path you are traveling, it depends upon it. So what is the distance from this place to Durgatbai?
Depends
Depends
upon
upon
the
the
path.
path that you have chosen. But on the main road, if somebody asks you what is the distance from this place to Durgatbai, what are you going to tell him? If somebody asks you on the road, what are you going to tell?
Sir, depends on path.
No, if you tell, you will tell you are a mad fellow. ಯಾರೋ ರಸ್ತೆದಾಗ ಹೋದವ ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ದುರ್ಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಐತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಪಾತ್ ಚೋಸನ್ ಯಾವ ಕನ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಉತ್ಸಾಹ ಉತ್ಸಾಹ ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಯು ಸಿ you go from here to Deshpanagar, from Deshpanagar you travel, it will be 5 kilometers. ಹಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ರಿ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ 5 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅವ್ನು ಗುರುತಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ದುರ್ಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅಲ್ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ನೀನು ಬರೋಬ್ಬರಿ ರೂಟ್ ಹೇಳಿ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೋಗಪ್ಪ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ ನಿಂಗೆ 5 kilometers. What is the distance from Hubli to Dharwad?
Sir, depends upon the path.
ಈಗ ರಸ್ತೆದಾಗ ಯಾರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ರಸ್ತೆದಾಗ ಯಾರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ what is the distance from Hubli to Dharwad? Yes, you should go along highway it is 20 kilometers. ಅರ್ಥದ ರಸ್ತೆದಾಗ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಅದಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ ಗುಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ 7 o'clock ಕೀಪ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ठीक है